All right, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, it is with further ado that we welcome the one, the only, the legendary Bossolo calling in from the West Coast. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good out here in the West. I'm doing good.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man. I hope everything's all good out there as well. I was hearing a lot of stuff about forest fires and whatnot, man. I hope you and yours are staying safe out there.
Oh, yeah, we ain't nowhere near the forest fires. That's like up in Victorville, California. We down in Riverside.
Oh, that's actually good though, man. I'm actually glad, because I've heard news reports that it was just raging throughout California.
Oh, yeah, certain parts of California, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't nowhere near the fires. I'm good.
But the one thing I do want to ask you, boss, like taking you way back to the beginning there, what made you actually decide to get into the music industry?
Well, I took a liking probably like 1989. I used to go up to the park on Sundays, and we used to see Rodney O, Joe Cooley. No, it was Rodney O and Brother Marquis from Two Live Crew. They used to be up at the park rocking on the microphone. So every Sunday, I should go from church, then I should go home, put on my street clothes, go straight to the park. And when I see Rodney O and Brother Marquis busting on the microphone, and I was like, man, I wonder how I can be like that, because them guys was dope, homie, when they used to rock on the microphone. But shortly after that, I think that was like 85 to like 87. After that, we didn't see Marquise no more, and we didn't see Rodney O no more. The next time we saw Rodney O and Marquise, it was on MTV Raps. We was like, oh, shit, they done left out the hood. These fools done made it, man. They on MTV Raps, man. We used to be right there at the park with them.
Oh, that's crazy, man. You know what I mean? But Two Live Crew was phenomenal back in the day, man. Like I believe they got into a bunch of controversy as well, but they actually made it a lot easier for hip hop artists to actually just speak their mind within their music.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
And also in the 1990s, you actually were part of a hip hop duo by the name of Words of Mouth. I have to ask you, what's the story behind that rap duo? And of course, how did you yourself and Dante actually get connected?
Oh, exactly. I caught a case like in 90. No, that wasn't in 90. I'm tripping. I caught a case in 89. I got out of jail. I went to my girlfriend's family function. She introduced me to her uncle. Her uncle said he's into music and he's a producer. He started taking me to the studio. I was like, I don't even rap, homie. I don't want to rap. But I started thinking about Rodney O and Brother Marquise, and I was like, damn, maybe I should try to, get in the studio and rap. So he took me to the studio. We started rapping. And he formed the duo, Words of Mouth. And then we put out a video in 1991. That was in 89. But in 91, we put out a video about Rodney King beating. And we gave it to Capitol Records. And Capitol Records, they invited us to the office, asked us how much do we want to get paid, like how much you want to get signed. And the producer just said $500,000. You know what I mean? And they signed us, and then I guess the president or whatever of the company, man, just booted us out, man. You know what I'm saying? Canceled our contracts, man, and we never heard back from them no more, man. That's when I fell into deep depression, man, from like 1991 to 1999. I just quit rapping.
And I do want to say this is about just touching base on that. I'm going to be honest, they dropped the wrong people, man. Because, I'm going to be honest, man, you have rugged, raw talent within the microphone, man. So, truthfully, I think Capitol Records most definitely kicked themselves in the ass after they actually terminated you guys' contracts.
Oh, no doubt. They really don't know what they want, you know what I'm saying? They be trying to control people, and we ain't with that,
And if you don't mind me asking, when you actually came back into hip-hop, what made you decide to change your name from Smooth to Bossolo?
Well, the smooth things, like, that was out the window, So I was like, I'm going to come back in the game and call myself the Mr. Solo. I was Mr. Solo in 1999. But I was at the studio in Riverside, and I called the engineer and said, hey, I left my CD. I left my demo, in your studio. He's like, who is this? I said, this is Mr. Solo. He said, this can't be Mr. Solo because I'm sitting here with Mr. Solo. I said, what? He got Mr. Solo on the phone. Mr. Solo, like, what's up, homie? I'm like, what's up with you, man? He said, who was you? I said, I'm Mr. Solo. He said, you can't be. I'm Mr. Solo from the Gospel Gangsters. So he started chopping it up with me. I said, how long you been Mr. Solo? And he told me how long. I said, okay, well, I wasn't rapping then. So, he said, what, 19, '95. I wasn't even rapping then. So when I got the phone, when I'm out of respect, I was like, I got to change my name. So I changed it to Big Bossolo. And rest in peace to the homie, man, Mr. Solo, too.
And the one thing I do got to say, sometimes actually going underground and doing your own thing, man, is actually really good. Because, man, within your career, you've actually worked with legendary individuals, man. And one of the biggest legendary individuals that I noticed you had the opportunity to work with was actually Ice-T. You did a single titled "I Am Legend." I have to ask you, what was it like actually working alongside Ice-T? And of course, how did you guys get connected?
Well, it started way before that. It started way back in 2009 when I hooked up with Big Psych, Big Psych took a liking to me, and he put me on Ride On Records. But I didn't want to be up under no artist. I didn't want to be an artist up on an artist, you feel me? So I was like, man, I can't do it, man. And my boy DJ King Assassin hooked it up. Shout out to DJ King Assassin all day. But skipping fast forward to Ice-T, I've been through a lot of other rappers before that. I did stuff with Young Noble. I did stuff with Edie. I did something with Stubbs C. Man, the list goes on. Truth Hurts. I did something with a couple other rappers. Edie from the Outlaws. But Ice-T, the Final Level, that was a blessing to get a feature from Ice-T. I just hit him up on Facebook. I was like, hey, homie. After I hit up my boy Rodney O, I said, yeah, Rodney O. I hit him up on Instagram. I said, I want to do a feature with you. He said, I don't think you want to get down with me. I said, man, I think I want to do a feature with you. You from the hometown. You from my town, Riverside. And he said, man, I don't know if you really want to work with me. I said, forget it. I hit up Ice-T. I said, Ice-T, you want to do a song with me? How much you going to charge me? 1,000, 2,000? He said, oh, hell, man, I'll do it for free. Send me the beat. I was like, what? It's going down. He said, oh, you family, homie. So I sent him the beat. I think he flew in from, like, New Jersey or something, man, to Hollywood. Knocked out his verse in a month. And then I sent it right back to you, man. I was like, damn. That was good looking, homie. But like I said, it built up before that because I did Thug Therapy with Spice One in 2015. So, my name was just like, he heard about me.
And I gotta say, man, Ice-T is a phenomenal, phenomenal guy, man. It just proves no matter how much you do within the music industry, man, people still stay humble, man. So it just shows he just has a love for the music and not for the money.
Yeah, he got straight love, man. He cool too. When I had to put the song on iTunes, I said I need you to find some signature, man, because they won't let me put the song on iTunes. I Am Legend. They said he was a celebrity. So he's like, hey, don't worry about it, man. Just send me this stuff over. I'm going to sign it for you, and I'm going to send it back to you, man. I'm like, oh, no doubt, homie. I appreciate you.
And also, when you said you work with Spice One on Thug Therapy, I have to ask you, man, what's the story behind that song that you guys did? Because Thug Therapy, man, is actually one of my favorite songs of yours, man. You two together, man, is absolute. Just the chemistry between you guys is phenomenal within that song.
Oh, the Thug Therapy came well. I talked to Spice on the phone for hours and hours and hours. He was like, man, I'm getting tired of these people with these skinny jeans on, and, and he's been a legend in the game for a long time, I've been bumping Spice One since 1991. He's a gangster, all that. He was like, man, I'm getting tired of all these people wearing these skinny jeans, and, they getting all the shine in the game now. I said, man, we should come out with an album called Thug Therapy, and I'm going to do the title track called Thug Therapy. We're just going to start smashing on all these people, man, wearing makeup and, high heels and purses and all that, homie. We're going to smash on them, man, with this Thug Therapy. We're going to feed them some Thug Therapy. You down with it, my nigga? He's like, nigga, I'm down, nigga. And we just recorded the whole album. Came out banging. I had my boy Steve Vicious do the beats. But before that, I had some different beats on the track. Spicer was busting to the beats. But I went back and flipped all the beats, so he didn't hear it till I got done with it and mastered it. Then I sent it to him. He's like, oh, shit, my nigga, you flipped all the beats. I'm like, nigga, I changed all the beats, homie. You just rapping to the demo version, man. I flipped it all, man, and got it mixed and mastered. Oh, Spice was in love, man. He was in Australia. Like, man, we out here, man, thugging it up to the Thug Therapy, nigga. I'm like, that's right.
Yeah, Yeah, Spice One is a really, really cool guy, man. Most definitely is. I actually interviewed him a while back, and he's such a cool guy. I've seen some of his videos where he's angry as well, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it'd be a good idea to piss him off, but to chat with him and whatnot, he was a phenomenal dude.
Yeah, yeah, he was angry. Yeah, that's what I was talking about the skinny jeans and stuff. Like not piss artists off. You got a legendary artist busting, and he's lyrical, and he's flowing. And you got these mumble rappers coming in the game. They don't got no respect for the OGs. That's why he was pissed off and mad. I could feel him. Like shit, that shit is fucked up because he's the OG legend in the game from the Bay, spitting hardcore lyrics, and they coming in with this mumble rap, and then they think they can diss him, man. That's like disrespect. Like these little youngsters, homie, they need to stay in their place, man, and respect the OGs. That's why we got a song called that on Thug Therapy, Respect the OGs.
And speaking of respect for you, Bossolo, man, you actually have individuals that you work with that are actually overseas as well. I also noticed that you actually just dropped a new album. Sorry, you are working on a new album. My apologies, with JL Ortega Beats. I have to ask you, how did you actually get connected with JL? And of course, what is it like working with him?
Well, JL Ortega, he hit me up. We did the album about 9 months ago, before all the pandemic hit. So, that's out the window, man. The pandemic wasn't even here, man, when we finished the album. We just started mixing and mastering the album, and Jay Ortega, man, he's phenomenal to work with. He's cool. Like, he's patient, homie. He don't he don't trip. If he don't like something, we go back to change it, or I'll tell him this. Or if the mix don't sound right, I'm like, hey, I'm just giving you my opinion. The mix that you mixed, my vocals don't sound right, or it's too many highs on this, or I think you need to change up the beat on this track, because we did some tracks with MC8. And he's just like, okay, man, like whatever. He gives me like control, like, yeah, okay. If you want to change it up and you think we should change it up, yeah, we should change it up, because that song right there don't sound right with MC8 on it. And he'd go in there and change it up, send it back to me, I'll rap the vocals again. He's phenomenal to work with, man. JL Ortega, one of the best, homie. I like working with producers like that.
And most definitely, especially being like overseas and whatnot, you're actually there. You're in the heart of California. You broke bread with these individuals. So at the end of the day, he's probably sitting back being like, what, Solo most definitely knows what they like.
Oh, yeah, they know what they like. They like that West Coast sound. The West Coast sound is authentic, man. We can't change from that sound, because a lot of OGs, they switch up, and they want to do the mumble rap type of rap, trap rap. They like, forget it. Everybody into trap, and you turn on the TV, look at a movie, it's all trap music on there. So the OGs feel like, man, I ain't getting my money, homie. I ain't getting paid. I'm going to switch over and start doing trap. But they don't sound right doing trap. The young people, when they do trap, it sounds cool for them, because, that's the way they rap. But OGs back in the days, when they was banging out hardcore gangster beats, man, from like Ant Banks or whatever, ain't nobody want to hear them on no trap song, homie, you know what I mean? We don't want to hear that, so we want to stick to the original West Coast G-Funk sound for life.
And also, speaking of another international individual, you actually had the opportunity to work with none other than DJ Alex Funk on his newest record, Gangsta Funk 3. I have to ask you, how did you get connected with DJ Alex Funk? And of course, what was it like working with him?
Oh, DJ Alex Funk? I knew DJ Alex Funk for like 3 years. DJ Alex Funk is cool, man. He's cool. He's from overseas. He's cool, He be doing his ones and twos and shit, man. And you know what I mean? But DJ Alex Funk, he's cool to work with.
And also, aside from everything, like you actually have your own record label as well called Block Hustle Inc. I have to ask you, can you tell us a story about that formation and what made you actually sit down and decide to start your own record label?
I named it Block Hustle Inc. because after Capitol Records fired us, or kicked us out the door and canceled our contract, I was like, man. And then after that, when I came back in the game in 1999, I was going to Priority Records, I was going to Virgin Records, Delicious Vinyl Records. I was shopping my demos to all these record labels. It's like, we like it. Can you send us some more music? I send them more music. I'm like, damn, I done sent Virgin Records like 20 songs. I done sent Virgin Records 20 songs, Delicious Vinyl about 15 songs, and Priority Records about 10. I said, forget it, man. I'm going to start a Block Hustle Inc. I'm going on the block. I'm just going to start selling my music in the street. Like, pull up. 5 cars pull up. I rip over my CD off the plastic. Hey, put this in your car, homie. They bump it. How much you charging, man? $10. Go to the next car. Hey, check this out, homie. I'm selling my album, homie. How much? Give me $10. Put it in your car. I had like cars lined up. Put this in your car. Put this in your car. And they like put it on their car, bang it. Hey, you like it? Yeah. Give me the $10. Hold on. Hey, homie, how you like that? Oh, give me $10. Bang. Oh yeah, for sure. Like 10 cars pull out the parking lot, bumping me. You know what I mean? They give me all the money. Like, yeah. I said, if you don't like it, you don't gotta pay for it. They all, homie, $10. I'll give it to you. Like my album Beyond 2002, it was like cracking, man. It was cracking hard. And then I used to get the police called on me for selling music. So I'm like, they're gonna do me like Alton Sterling. Like, come on, are you hitting me up because I'm selling my music? I'm not signed to no record label. I'm talking to the police like this. I'm not signed to a record label, sir. This is the only way I can get my music out there. It's selling in the parking lot, at liquor stores, swap meets, wherever I got to go. I'm out here block hustling. You know what I mean? Police like, yeah, man. I said, how you going to take me to jail for selling music? It's my own music. It's not bootleg. It's my original copy. Beyond 2002, Big Bossolo. They look at the CD, damn. Yeah, that is you, man. Like, okay, you can't take me to jail for selling my own music, man.
So
That's how I came out with Block Hustle Inc.
did they try and tell you need a permit or something like that? Because I gotta say that's some bullshit.
They said I need a permit and go down to the city to get a permit. I was like, I'm not going down to the city getting a permit. I'm selling CDs on the street. It ain't like it's documented on the internet. It was crazy, man. They used to call the police on me everywhere I go. I go to the Inland Mall in San Bernardino, they call the police on me. I go to the barber shop, they call the police on me. I go to the swap meet, they call the police on me. You know, I'm like, man, this is how I make my money. That was like 2002 to like 2007. I was like, if I don't hit the block, I ain't gonna eat. I ain't gonna be able to sell nothing. But all the people that work in the store used to try to chase me out the store. I'm like, you guys calling the police on me, man, I gotta eat. And my motto was like, man, I ain't selling, I'm not going home until I sell 100 CDs in one day. So every day, I would get up in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, come back at 2 o'clock. 100 CDs gone. Boom, next day, I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock. 75 CDs gone. I almost got it. I almost made it. Next day. Every day I should do that, man. Every day. For like 2-3 years, man. Just every day, just grinding. Like non-stop.
And I gotta say, man, you know what? And look at you now, man. You have features with amazing individuals. It just you are the definition of proof to every other individual that produces real hip hop that they don't need a label backing them to really sell your music.
No, you don't. You don't need no label to sell your music. All you need is fan base. You get your fan base, you get your music, and then you can sell your product. What people like about me, the fans, what they love about me is every time they buy a CD, they always get their product. I'm real good at that. I do the shipping and receiving. I ship, put the label on it, mail your CD out ASAP. I do it from the office. So my business savvy's up to par, you feel me? I don't got to drive down to the post office. I do it right at the office. As soon as they buy the CD, put the label on it, put it in the mailbox. Or if there's 20, 30 CDs, put a note in the mailbox, postman come, pick up all the envelopes, ship the CDs off, man. I'm excellent at that. I'm a pro.
And you know what? I can actually vouch for that, ladies and gentlemen. I actually bought 2 copies of his brand new record, The Compound. He autographed one, and the second one was still in the plastic. And I got it within about, I would say, 5 days from California all the way to Canada. So this man is telling you nothing but facts right here, right now. So make sure you get a copy of that brand new record. But if you can, actually, Solo, while we're on the topic of The Compound, could you tell us a bit more about that record, and what can our listeners expect when they hit you up to actually snag themselves a copy? Because I gotta say, it's a phenomenal record.
Man, I got so many records. I don't even know which one to start. I mean, I got too many of them. I got like 22 albums out. Sometimes I want to start with The Cure, because I brought out The Cure in March when the pandemic hit. I was like, damn, I shouldn't even call my album The Cure. I was thinking people was getting scared. Like, I don't know if I want to buy it because it says The Cure. And then the pandemic hit. You know, you got like the chemistry and the background of the CDs and the needle, like The Cure. I was like, oh man, I don't know, man. People bought it, but I was thinking they was kind of getting like kind of scared, like. So I was like, let me hit him with the compound after that, man. This is a regular CD. So I came out with the compound. This was like mixtures of songs that I did, like back in the days I didn't get to put out. You know, I thought they was dope songs, but I didn't put them on no albums. And then I had my son. I got him on there, Young Boy, House and Things. I got him on a couple of songs. My son in a mental institution in San Bernardino, out in Patton. You know, he like lost his mind. So that's what really made me think about putting these songs in the album. I was like, let me get my son's songs and put them on this album. I wanted him to come back in the game and do more songs with me, but I found out he was in Patton Mental State Hospital. I was like, damn. You know, that really broke my heart, man. You know, because we had fell out a long time ago. But I was like, we can't even mend this, man. Now, he probably don't know who I am.
And I have to ask you, Bossolo, what is next for you? Is there anything I happened to miss during this interview? Anything else you still want to promote? We still have you here live on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM.
Well, I'm working on a new album right now. It's called United Boss of America. You know what I'm saying? I got the American flag on my head and the American flag in the background. You know, working on that album right now currently. I got like 5 songs recorded. I got my own studio. I don't go to the studio no more, so it's easy for me to just start recording and mix and master my own material. I don't got to drive like 30 miles somewhere down the street. So that was complicated with me. I live in Hemet, then I got to drive way to Riverside, and then I got to wait, you know what I'm saying, to get scheduled and doing one song one week, one song the next week. That like limited me. So I'm like, no, I got to get my own studio if I can just do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? If I want to drop 30 albums, you know, I'm going to drop 30 albums. I'm just going to keep dropping albums, man. You know what I mean? Getting paid.
And I have to say there as well, Boss, before we wrap things up, you are, in my personal opinion, you are one of the most hard-working hip-hop artists actually, like, within the underground circuit, man. Like, I've never seen an individual drop so many phenomenal records back-to-back, man, and be hits. I'm telling you, like, all your records are hits after hit after hit, man. So, you know what, I'm actually excited for this new record, man, because even though I have the compound, I let that soak up a little bit, but I'm waiting for this brand new record to come out, because I most definitely need to snag me a copy.
Should I name a few?
Oh, most definitely.
Got The Game Ain't Over. Got Beyond 2002. Got My Block. Got Thug Therapy. I got The Birth. They're a big psych on it. Got Legendary. Boss. No Mercy. Block Hustle Music. Volume 1. Everything Ain't Always in Color. Featuring my boy Cocaine on that one. Antidote. The Cure. Written 1, Written 2. The Compound. And I'm missing some more albums. The Boss Player Project. West Collaboration. I got too many to name, man. I don't even know what the rest of them are.
But I gotta say, Bossolo, thank you so much for taking the time of your evening and coming on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM. Truthfully, like I said before, I've been a huge fan for a long time, so it is an absolute honor. I hope down the line we can make this happen again, because I know your career, I only touched base on maybe like a quarter of it, because I know you have such a huge, luxurious career within the music industry, but thank you so much for taking the time in your evening and coming on the radio station, man. It truthfully was a blessing and an absolute honor.
I appreciate it, man. You know what it is, Cali to Canada, man, all day.
Hey, you already know, boss. Thank you so much, and most definitely have yourself a wonderful night.
All right, thank you, man, 100.